All right, the next InDesign assignment is going to be about creating a one-page flyer. And if you're at school, you can do it on InDesign, but if you're stuck at home, which is probably why you're watching this movie, you'll have to use canva.com to do it. And just got a few pointers for you. This movie isn't going to be very long. On Google Classroom on the Monday, it says InDesign number 8, one-page flyer. There is a handout that looks like this, has a few ideas on it there for you. When you make a one-page flyer, it's for an event. It's for a reason, and so you'll have to come up with that. Are you going to be like notifying people about a dance or a club meeting or some kind of sale or a grand opening of some business or a lost pet or a concert or a play that's being put on or a tournament that's going to happen or any other school appropriate idea you can come up with? A one-page flyer is the kind of thing you would see hanging in the hallway a lot of times, just making sure everybody knows that this is going to happen on this date at this time, and you should be there if you want to be there. All right, so here are requirements, and you just have to kind of think this through when you're building your flyer. The purpose of the flyer is the most important thing. That needs to be obvious. What is the event? Now, if there's a date, and you can make it up, but if a date would be important, if it's a one-day thing, it's happening on a certain date, then put that on there. And like I said, you can make the date up. It doesn't have to be a real event. But if let's say if there's going to be a dance, well, okay, if a dance is happening, then what day is it? Right? And you would make it up. If we're not advertising real events here, we are just designing things as if we were putting together a dance or a concert, or we're trying to find a lost pet or whatever. All right. Also, if there's a time that is important, put it on there. If time would be critical to the event, if people need to know, well, what time does it start? What time is it over? Then include that. And again, make it up. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make it up if you need to. If a location is important, then make sure you put that on there. People need to know where to go, then put it on there. On some flyers, contact information is important. Not on all of them. Like for a dance, probably not. You wouldn't need contact information. For a lost pet, yes, probably so. So if it makes sense to put contact information on the flyer, like an email or a cell phone number, include it. Put it on there. You have to include some kind of graphic. You got to do a little graphic work. And if you're working at school with InDesign, you can use shapes. Well, you can do it with Canva too. You can use shapes to decorate it. You can use images that you get off the internet. But you got to do some kind of graphic work to try and make it look attractive. And then effort is important. You have to make a decent effort at making it look good. Let's not be sloppy. We're trying to avoid sloppy. Now, this handout says save your work in a location that you'll remember, but if you're doing it at home and doing it on Canva, when you download those designs, they just go on your Google Drive. And then you'll just turn it in, right? And there is this is the assignment that you would turn it in on Monday, InDesign number 8, one-page flyer. Now, if you're doing it on Canva, what I would do is create a design and start off with the one that says flyer. Perfect, right? I mean, it's an 8.5 by 11 layout, and you can just start adding images and text and shapes and whatever you want to put together to make your flyer. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to build one right in front of you, but I'm going to show you mine. Here is mine. Now, if you look it over, the first thing that I said was the event, the purpose of the flyer. What is the event? That's the most important thing. Well, can you tell by looking at mine? I think you can. It's Darth Vader's garage sale. And, I put on all the kinds of things that would be important about a garage sale. Where is it? The Imperial Cruiser Sea Deck. And that's in low orbit over Dagobah, by the way. When is it? May 30th, 2020. Yeah, it's already happened. What time is it? 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And when you're thinking about a garage sale, a lot of times people like to know, what might I find there? Great bargains. Used Death Star plans, used stormtroopers with bad aim, and carbonite freezing equipment. All of those available for sale at Darth Vader's garage sale. You don't want to miss it. Now, I did find some graphics out there on the internet, and if you're putting on your own graphics, what you have to do on Canva is save it and then go over to Uploads and then go to Upload Media. And then you will be able to place your own graphics on your flyer. Now, if you could possibly find all the photos that you need just by going to photos on Canva and find what you want, or you can also use shapes, which is what I did down here. I have this row of red stars, which, by the way, let me undo that, which, by the way, are aligned, right? I used our alignment tricks to, and if you have been involved in the other lessons, that will look familiar, the alignment. So yeah, there's my flyer, and that's kind of the idea of the day. That's the challenge of the day. A one page, single page. It has to communicate about an event, put all the important things about that event, use shapes, use pictures, use text, make it look good. And then on Canva, when you get it done, if it's all laid out and ready to go, you would come up here to download, and a PNG is fine, or I've said before, a JPEG would be okay, a PDF would be okay, all of those are fine, doesn't matter, and download it. And then if you're working on your Chromebook, that's going to get downloaded onto your Google Drive, and then you would be able to hop back over to a different tab where you have Classroom running, and you can go turn it in. You could turn in that PDF or that PNG or that JPEG or whatever you downloaded. It'll be on your Google Drive. All right, that is the Monday assignment for week 7, quarter 2, one-page flyer.